Increasingly, the need for best practice is fueling the demand for adult learning practitioners to engage in dialogue, debate and research to improve their professional practice. The Institute of People Development, IPD, has therefore developed a comprehensive continuous professional development, or CPD, toolkit, comprising 8 workbooks and 60 hours of academic and industry expert lectures for distance learning. These lectures are presented by leading practitioners, thinkers and policymakers in the field of education, training and development in South Africa, drawn from major corporations, government departments, parastatals and leading universities. This toolkit forms part of the distance learning CPD program to equip adult learning practitioners who operate in FET colleges, private providers, institutes of sectoral and occupational excellence, or enterprise training departments with the latest developments in policy and practice in South Africa and abroad. The CPD program aims to enable you to implement best practice in each skills development process and will help you to develop your adult learning and teaching practice as a strategic partner to business development. You will also learn how to integrate education, training and development practice as a key component to government's accelerated and shared growth initiative by building on the experience of the professional adult learning practitioner towards improving education, training and development leadership in South Africa. The CPD learning modules include understanding the context, conducting research, defining and evaluating standards and qualifications, analyzing needs and planning and designing learning, facilitating learning in routine and complex situations, engaging in and promoting assessment practices, facilitating and managing skills development within an organization, evaluating HRD interventions. Meet our expert lecturers. Daryl McLean from Equality Solutions.
But the broad principle is you are using this program to reconceptualize practice, to think about what you describe what you currently do, evaluate it, plan to do it differently if you think it should be done differently, and then do it differently, bring us the evidence that you've done it differently, and justify to us why you've done it differently.
Meet Dr. Fani van Solms from the Institute of People Development.
Okay, so yes, in our research, let's think wider, let's think outside the box. Let's see if we can solve our problems by not limiting ourselves to certain things that we personally actually brought on ourselves. Isn't that so?
Meet Cecile Dick from Ikamva Business Solutions.
At one stage, I was running a project at the South African Council for the Blind. And their CEO had a standing appointment with me after every intervention that we did. And the reason was, she said, come on, give me feedback. I want to know what's going on in my organization.
Meet Samuel Isaacs from the South African Qualifications Authority.
Now, I've taught at a technical college, and I taught maths and engineering science. And my students always said to me, but you're not a language teacher. Why are you correcting the language in our work? I said, because haven't you heard about language across the curriculum and English across the curriculum? So you will get all of those kinds of stuff, and mathematics across the curriculum.
Meet Professor John Aitchison from the Institute of People Development.
Given to how do you make good, informed judgments, obviously on the basis of the measurement and of the description, but when the end of the day is over, you have got to have made a judgment, which is partly explains why evaluators are so hated, because they are often assumed they will come in and make a damning judgment of your cherished program.
Meet Len Turner from Eskom Transmission.
In this definition, fluid intelligence is changeable intelligence. In other words, it's not hardwired. In your head, it's maybe, if not, it could be. So fluid intelligence is associated with high-speed learning. It's fluid, it's changeable. It's like water. You put your hand in, take your hand out, it goes back to normal. Crystallized intelligence is unchangeable intelligence. Means the things that you know are the things that you know, and that's the way it's going to be forever and ever. And you get people...
Meet Dirk Lutret from the Institute of People Development.
Each and every problem is going to be unique, and it's going to throw different curveballs at you. And I think the successful RPL assessors will be those people that can play it as it comes, play it on the day.
Meet Dr. Ronelle Blom from Umalusi.
First of all, assessment can't be removed from teaching, and it shouldn't be. All right? I'm assessing you as I'm standing here. I'm asking you, do you understand what I'm saying? And you're saying yes. I'm asking for input, and that's assessment, isn't it? You can't remove assessment from teaching. That's the first thing, okay? All right.
Meet Linda Cooper from the University of Cape Town.
They do. So theories generally are attempts at explanation, and they try to explain by putting forward some broad principles that apply in a range of different contexts, not just to explain in one context, but across different contexts.
Meet Gillian Connellan from Eclipse.
So when you're going to be talking about talent management, no wonder it frightens people, because they don't know how to quantify talent. When you work in an environment, for example, where people are earning commissions or people are earning again, the target issues and so on. If you are not managing talent, you are in a very dangerous waters of how you recognizing and rewarding people.
Meet Karen Hobbs from the Bank Seater.
That your SDF will sit in different places. In most cases, an SDF will have been chosen from the ODETDP. It's those ranks, which is therefore a good career move possibly for you as you're going up the ladder, trainer, training manager, SDF. I used to look after the SDF. I was the SDF for Standard Bank Retail. Only 23,500 people.
Meet Dr. Marius Meyer from the University of Johannesburg.
So when we talk about results, we say, what difference did the training make to the organization in terms of results? Okay. A lot of people say to me, you can't measure it. I'm going to show you this morning still how you can measure the results. Okay.
Meet Ronnie Phillips from First National Bank.
What areas in your silo have you got a knowledge gap? A gap right now, it could be new staff coming in, they don't know much about the processes, the products, the pricing, the philosophy. Where are the knowledge gaps? And we go around and we get those. And we say, okay, now we're going to do a knowledge competition. We called it a knowledge-thon. We said 2 matches in the business units. So it's only about business unit stuff. So we go into the business unit and we do that. Then we say,
meet Dr. Cookie Governor from the Institute of People Development.
The purpose of this training is to create a change agent in you, not just for you to take it back to your organization and implement it in your job or in that particular confined environment, but for you to be a change agent amongst your family members and in your community, as well as in the different circles of influence that you have out there, whether it's religion.
Now, 3 steps to register. Step 1. Log on to the Institute of People Development's website, www.peopledevelopment.co.za, and purchase your own CPD toolkit using most accepted credit cards. Step 2. Once you've received your CPD toolkit in the mail, log on again to the Institute of People Development's website and register for tutorial, research support, and competence assessment using the unique key code supplied to you in the CPD toolkit. Step 3. An electronic invoice will be mailed to you. Once this has been settled via EFT, you may then access the Internet Community Forum for online dialogue and debate, plus attend the scheduled half-day research and professional development tutorial workshops in major centres in South Africa. The Institute of People Development therefore invites you to spend a year in dialogue with some of the most talented senior education, training and development professionals in South Africa. Come along and be part of a community of expert adult learning practitioners to strategically lead the field of education, training and development practices through researching and delivering best practice in skills development.